Every year, millions of people line up to buy the newest expensive smartphone. Sometimes the differences between the new model and the old one are tiny. To outsiders, it can seem irrational. Expensive phones, however, aren't just tools anymore. They're symbols. They communicate identity, status, belonging. In many cases, people aren't simply buying a phone. They're buying what the phone says about them. And the fascinating part is that most people don't consciously realize this. Because beneath the surface of luxury technology is a complicated mix of insecurity, tribal behavior, and modern identity construction. Today, we're exploring the psychology behind why people buy $700 phones. One of the biggest reasons people buy expensive phones is the human desire for status symbols. There's also the psychology of belonging. Humans fear social exclusion far more than most people realize. We naturally imitate the behavior of groups we want to belong to. Psychologists call this normative social influence. If everyone in a person's social circle upgrades their phones regularly, the pressure to do the same becomes intense. Especially among younger people, expensive phones can become symbols of inclusion. People may fear being judged as outdated, unsuccessful, or disconnected if they don't own similar devices. Modern marketing heavily exploits this psychological tendency. Companies constantly create the impression that people are falling behind technologically, socially, or aesthetically if they don't upgrade. Over the last few years, a fascinating psychological shift has occurred. As technology has plateaued, meaning the technical difference between a $40 phone and a $2,500 phone has shrunk to a razor-thin margin, our willingness to pay extreme premiums has only grown. The real issue is not whether someone buys luxury products. The deeper question is whether a person's self-worth becomes dependent on them. Because external validation is unstable, there will always be a newer phone, a richer person, a trendier product, and when identity becomes too attached to status symbols, people can enter an endless cycle of comparison and dissatisfaction. The truth is, however, a more prestigious status symbol will never truly fill a void of self-worth. The next time you find yourself staring at a pre-order screen at midnight, take a deep breath and ask yourself a simple question. Am I buying a tool for my life, or am I buying a story for my ego? Because the tool costs $40. The story is what costs $700. How much did you pay for your phone? Let me know in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.